Okay, this is a stupid question. Okay, you can preface it with that. Does he know what One Piece is?
One Piece, like, is that an organization?
No, One Piece is an anime.
Oh, okay. أول شيء بقول لك إنه ممكن هذا السؤال يكون شوي أهدى. تعرف شو هو ون بيس؟ عمرك سمعت بون بيس؟
اكيد يعني طفوله وانا ون بيس لوفي.
Luffy?
Yeah, he said he's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way! Dude, we think the Houthis Ansar Allah is doing what Luffy would do.
So that's a video of HASAN, PIKER, right? And he's interviewing a terrorist, and he's saying that, yo, dude, we think you're Luffy from One Piece. Like, we think you're doing what Luffy would do. You're a terrorist for the Houthis. Oh, dude, you're Luffy. The most dumbest, low IQ shit I've ever seen in my entire life. What the fuck is this? How is this man a member? How is this man a citizen of the United States talking about, yo, we support the Houthis? I mean, I'm starting to think this guy has some serious issues with his personality, because one day he decides to dress up as a cat maid lady, and then the other day he's dressed up as a Hamas terrorist. So my suggestion to HASAN would be to go to Yemen dressed up as a cat lady and see what they say. See if they accept you. See if they welcome you, right? See if they even accept and acknowledge your support for them. Now, when you are a high intelligence individual such as myself, things like this is just child play. Like, I am really politically involved. I'm very educated on politics. I know how everything works. I know how all of it works. And when I tell you that these Twitch streamers are just playing politics, right? These people are playing politics. They don't really know what's going on. They're just playing games. They think it's fun and games, right? That's why, you know, half of Twitch is like, I don't even know. I don't want to get into it. But the President of the United States, he recently put out a statement saying, "Today I have ordered the United States military to launch a decisive and powerful military action against the Houthi terrorists in Yemen. They have waged an unrelenting campaign of piracy, violence, and terrorism against American and other ships, aircrafts, and drones." Joe Biden's response was pathetically weak. So the unrestrained Houthis just kept going. So basically what's happened is these Houthi terrorists, they put their big pants on, and they put their big boy pants on, and they started attacking trade ships and American ships. And, you know, a lot of people think that this is a personal attack against the Houthis. Like, I don't think the Americans or the government of America give a fuck about the Houthi terrorists individually, right? It's just business. They're fucking up business. They're causing commotion. So they're like, all right, you know what? We gotta teach them a lesson, right? This is, if you study the art of war, if you study history, this is what happens. You know, when people are causing commotion, sometimes leaders and world leaders just get sick of it. So they're like, all right, you know what? We're going to address the issue, and we're going to look at Vlad the Impaler. I mean, he impaled people, right? You know, so sometimes it's not about playing games, but sometimes you have to be direct and decisive when launching these attacks.
Guard the strikes along with Air Force fighter jets and drones. President Trump announcing the strikes just a few minutes ago on his Truth Social, saying, quote, "Today I have ordered the United States military to launch decisive and powerful military action against the Houthi terrorists in Yemen. They have waged an unrelenting campaign of piracy, violence."
Dude, the Trump administration is crazy. And it's, oh, hell yeah. Ugh, I'm jerking off to the thought of our tax dollars going to blow up children in Yemen. It's so sick. It's so sick. How dare they say that we have a coastline and we're going to actually use.
Now, this just makes no sense whatsoever. He says that the attacks are specifically going to bomb children in Yemen. Now, if you think Donald Trump is the kind of man, you know, who would go out of his way just to blow up some kids in Yemen, I mean, we have a bigger issue, right? We have a much bigger issue with, you know, these. I mean, Donald Trump is arguably the most powerful man in the world at this point. And if he is willing to just go and bomb innocent children, I mean, the world needs to get together and we need to dethrone this man, because what the fuck? It isn't true, right? It's not true that I mean, sure, the Houthi terrorists, I've seen reports and I've got insider information that tells me that they do use human shields, right, to defend themselves and sort of, you know what I mean, try and slither out, you know, sort of like the penguin, you know, try and slither out of situations by whatever means necessary, even if that's using other people as human shields. But this is propaganda, and anybody who believes this, whatever the fuck this man says, is a lunatic, an even bigger lunatic than him. This man is just a terrorist sympathizer. He has some deep connections, or maybe possibly some funding, I would assume, from these groups of people, these organizations, which is why he comes on Twitch and he's allowed to just say whatever the fuck he wants on the internet, right? But this man is just a sympathizer. He's on their team. He just likes them, right?
It's going to a good place. It's going to a good place to kill people in Yemen, to kill children. Oh,
Your time is up, and your attacks must stop, starting today. If they don't, hell will rain down upon you like nothing you have ever seen before.
this is so, I mean, yeah, no, this is good. This is good stuff. Why is this making him come so hard? He has to. I think he's faking it, first of all.
So that's a clip of another streamer called Asmongold, who's kind of like on the opposite end. He supports the bombing of the terrorists and the destruction of the terrorist organizations, right? And he's reading out the news and he's like excited and, you know, in a charismatic voice. And Hasan's like, yo, bro, why is he so excited? He's faking it. He's faking it. He's just trying to, you know, rage bait or whatever. And this just goes to show that he really does like these terrorists. He can't even fathom the fact that somebody would actually support the bombing of these terrorist organizations, in particular the Houthis in Yemen. He just can't fathom the fact. So he thinks Asmongold is like faking his reaction and faking his support because he just really can't see. He cannot see why somebody would be so delusional to support the bombings. Now, me personally, I don't really give a fuck, right? I see it as business is business. If they're fucking up trade ships and these ships have goods and products, and if they're just causing commotion, get rid of, like, I'm a money guy, right? I'm a very analytical person, so I see what Trump is trying to do. But Hasan is very emotional to the point where he's like, yo, a kid died, or, you know, yo, they're bombing with tax money.
Play. So he's just like, oh, so sick. Oh, I love that he's doing it to the Houthis. Like, you don't know what the Houthis are. You don't know where the Yemen is. You don't know any of this shit. Can't wait for him to be like, oh, Hasan, here's a video where you can't find Yemen on a map. God.
So he's referring to a video where he literally can't find Yemen on the map, and he's pressing on like Iraq and Syria, saying that, is this Yemen? Is this Yemen? So it's pretty clear to me what the conclusion of this is. Hasan PIKER is trolling. He is a Twitch streamer piece of shit, and he's just trolling the fuck out of the Houthis. He's just trolling politics at this point. He's stated himself that, you know, Aiden Ross got shout out from Dana White on the election stage. So he himself sees politics as a joke. And in my opinion, he doesn't give, because how can you be like dressing up as a maid cat lady and then dressing up as a Hamas terrorist? I mean, those two ideologies just contradict each other so heavily that Hasan PIKER is clearly just trolling, and it's fucked up, bro, because people are dying in these wars, and like to troll, you know, it's just fucked up, bro.